Hi, my name is Megan Troxel and I'm here at Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Behind me is the largest bronze sculpture in the world. This sculpture is located in the garden area at Oral Roberts University. The placement of the sculpture portrays the significance of its meaning. According to the university, the sculpture symbolizes the university's mission to join human hands and work with those of God. This sculpture is called the Praying Hands and is ORU's very own. It was created by Leonard McMurray, who worked from sketches of the hands of Oral Roberts, the founder of the university, and then Gary Mitchell served as a live model. This particular sculpture was cast in 450 pieces and was assembled on site. It is the largest bronze sculpture in the world at approximately 60 feet tall and weighing around 30 tons, or 60,000 pounds. This sculpture was not something the university just bought or acquired, but instead was made specifically for the university, making it very valuable and sentimental. Oral Roberts had a vision that then became a reality with the help of Leonard McMurray. His vision included that of healing hands, which is why the monument was originally called the Healing Hands. They were placed in front of Oral's City of Faith, which was a medical center devoted to faith and healing. However, after the City of Faith declared bankruptcy in 1989, the hands were moved to the entrance drive of the university, which placed them on the same property as Oral Roberts' prayer tower. This gave them their new name of the Praying Hands. The artist Leonard McMurray was born in Texas and studied at Washington University in St. Louis. He earned a degree in fine arts and then served in World War II. McMurray began sculpting the Praying Hands in 1978 and completed them in November of 1980. As you can see, this is a colossal bronze sculpture of a pair of hands in a praying position. The hands form the top of an overall triangular, vertically oriented work. The forearms form the sides and the base forms the bottom plane. The triangular shape can be symbolic of the Trinity. Many times the Trinity is presented through a triangle shape, depicting how the three are connected. The base of the sculpture is made of stone, while the sculpture itself is made entirely of bronze. The texture of the sculpture is polished, hard, and cold. These praying hands each rise in a vertically diagonal plane, creating a balance between the hands, which are almost symmetrical. One hand is a little higher than the other, but each side is very similar, all the way down to the veins in each hand. The two hands come together to make a very recognizable gesture. This composition promotes a very realistic image of two hands clasped together, praying up to God. I would characterize this sculpture under the iconographic method. This methodology emphasizes the content of art and denotes the writing of an image. The sculpture was inspired by a very religious man. The original purpose were to be a symbol of healing through prayer, placed outside the City of Faith. They are now placed here in the gardens in front of Oral Roberts University. These hands are a Christian piece that are a symbol to many of hope through prayer and religion. Recognizing the symbolic importance of the piece of art enriches one's own understanding of the work. I would place the sculpture under realism. If you look closely at the sculpture, you can see the veins bulging out of the hand. The knuckles are anatomically correct, and the fingers are bent much like a natural relaxed hand would be. In comparison to the sculpture, there is a second praying hand sculpture in Webb City, Missouri, sculpted by J.E. Dawson in 1972. Although not as tall, it is still impressive at 32 feet tall and weighing 110 tons. The hands in Webb City are more fully clasped than Oral Roberts' hands, which just merely rest fingertips on fingertips. Dawson said, "The hands symbolize the need for a personal commitment and relationship to God." These bronze praying hands were probably influenced by the early classical development. During this time was the widespread change from marble to bronze for large-scale sculpture. Solid bronze casting has been used since the Aegon period for over life-sized bronze sculptures. These hands are definitely over life-sized and a large-scale sculpture. After all, they are the world's largest bronze sculpture. I chose to research this piece of artwork partly because of its location. I grew up here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and drove by these hands on a weekly, if not daily basis. I have always admired their magnitude and felt fortunate to live so close to such an amazing piece of art. I think this sculpture is absolutely beautiful, and the detail on it is stunning. It is the largest bronze sculpture in the world, and I felt very privileged to be able to live just down the road from it. The sculpture also has nationalistic value. Works of art that have nationalistic value express the pride and accomplishments of a culture. The culture would be that of Oral Roberts University, and its value is related to its religious value. These praying hands represent the university's Christian values and are proudly displayed at the center of the entrance into the university. The students and faculty, along with the supporters of the university, admired this sculpture, resulting in its high nationalistic value. Standing next to the sculpture makes you feel insignificant, which is what I believe a lot of sculptures are meant to do. Its enormity and scale portrays a sense of power that overtakes you while in its presence. It is a religious piece of art that was specifically made for the university to represent its religious affiliation. I think this is a wonderful display of the Christian faith and is placed perfectly in the center of the Bible Belt.